things to come up in the future.
What's a custom meme pack?
I don't know.
Why weren't we told about it? We're the memeiest casters out there. Except for maybe Grubby. But we meme pretty hard. We need to be involved.
Not only are we memesters, but also are we the heroes of the storm tabloid, spreading rumors across China all over the place.
Of course, I mean, we're spreading what could potentially be a rumor right now. It was reported by Gosu, so there's a pretty good, there's almost 100% chance it's legit. But still, that was, yeah. How dare they? Either way, let's get back to the game. I just thought that was actually quite important. So, we are heading into map number 2. ESTAR dragging Wukong to the Tomb of the Spider Queen. What is ESTAR's win rate on this? Let's have a look.
If I recall correctly, it wasn't really that impressive.
Yeah, much like most of the top 3 teams.
Yeah, the top 3 teams, CE, SPT, and ESTAR, traditionally struggle a little bit when it comes to playing on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yeah.
And I wonder what the reason for it is, by the way. I really can't tell. Like, normally, when you have a team fight heavy map... Oh, okay. ESTAR actually...
They're okay. They're better than CE and SPT, at least. Also, someone pointing out, maybe than Gilly, or potentially not, actually. They're good. they are master memes. In fact, all the casting teams are getting good about that.
Yeah.
But now, though, like we said, Wukong Gaming looking to once again change another one of their maps to having a non-0% win rate, whereas ESTAR are just looking for those lovely, lovely points.
Exactly. Lovely, lovely, juicy points is what they want, is what they need. Now, you said earlier that ESTAR couldn't technically catch up to CE anymore. Is that correct?
I don't believe so. I will double check quickly. But I believe CE after today are on 32 points. ESTAR, if they win today, will be on 28. So, yeah, no, they physically can't catch up even if CE gets 2-0 tomorrow.
So here's what I want to see ESTAR do. I mean, sure, they still need to tackle this game very seriously, but I want them to show us something. Give us something. Give us the Toad Zebo. Give us a Frenzy variant, a Furious variant. Give us the likes of Leoric a little bit more often. Maybe a Murky. We've all seen it in HGC China before, but we have yet to be surprised by something truly, truly outrageous, right?
Yeah, we've right now it's been fairly regular today. Other than RPG just stepping all the way outside their comfort zone, most of the picks have been pretty standard.
Yeah.
Other than like we said, Leo and Chen, that's out of left field. We don't see that in China.
Absolutely. Now, what is actually left on your list? Do you have it at hand?
I can load it up very quickly.
Because Tetcher, for those of you guys...
but it hasn't changed in a very long time. Yeah,
for those of you guys who have no idea what we're talking about, Tetcher actually created a list that he would name things at where we basically wanted to see Chinese teams do.
I'm going to add Stukov to this, because obviously the second he's played, he's technically something that hasn't been seen before.
Pretty sure Rexar is still on there.
Rexar is still on there. Okay, so here is the things that are still on there. We have Kerrigan Ultralisk, Rain of Destruction, Longboat Raid, Furnace Blast, or Butcher in general, really. Guillotine,
getting a team sensation.
Yeah, Polybomb, Pyroblast, Reverse Amp, Ultimate Arm, Asmodad's Ultimate Army thing. Shadow Assault.
Who's got the ultimate arm? That's a new heroic ability.
Shadow Assault, Null Gate, Lava Wave, although that was played in Korea, but it doesn't count. Monstrosity, Possession from Sylvanas, Graviton Surge, Rexar, and now Stukov.
Okay, ladies and gents, you can all remember that flawlessly, I'm pretty sure, because Twitch chat is beyond human sometimes. So you can do that.
That's fine. I have it up. We'll keep an eye on it. But right now, everything's very, very good. But yeah, the kind of stuff we've had ticked off it. Nova, Gazlo. What else have we seen ticked off it? Mind Control.
Mind Control, that was a good one.
That was a good one. That was beautiful. Can't remember what else we've seen ticked off. But, well, anything that's not on there, we've had ticked off. But yeah, Gazlo has been played in China, and he won. Nova was played at Mid-Season Brawl and nearly won. Probius was played by Zuyu in the first week.
That's true, but what happened to Probius in general? Like, across all the regions?
He never had, like, a super high win rate. Like, he is still a map control thing, but I don't know. It's weird that we've seen it disappear. For now, though, picks, we see Tychus coming in once again with his new friend Anubarak.
Okay, we have the Uther after all. This time the Genji got banned, by the way, by ESTAR, because they realized, hey, if we let him go through all the time, we might actually pay the price for it, and we don't want to pay it in blood. So, Sonya, by the way, Tetcher, what happened to Sonya in China?
I don't know. Like, it very much, it's still a certain maps, like in there every now and then.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't ban him!
What's this?
No,
oh, no, we need him! We need him! Okay, thank you. Okay. Please. We must see him. He must be picked eventually. Why you think... Yeah. But yeah, would they pick Rexar, even if it wasn't banned?
I am not sure. I mean, Rexar, let's face it, he has his niche situations, right? On a certain battlegrounds like Dragonshire, for instance, where it's all about holding a lane for as long as possible, causing Misha to become a little bit of a objective holder as well. Like Braxis, for example, that's also a good map where he can be played on. There he has his spot. There he has values for sure. But in competitive play, we haven't seen him in a very long time. I think the last time I saw him, it was Team Synergy with Hydra, who used him.
I believe so.
On Tomb of the Spider Queen, you have a solo laner, you have a laning phase, you can use Misha to interrupt people from turning in. I mean, it's not the worst battleground you could ever pick him, but let's face it, there's too many things not good about him that, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say no to it, though.
I wouldn't say no either. Also, someone saying here, yes, it's been confirmed, multiple sources, that Garrosh will be at China Joy.
Yep.
If I see anything interesting on Weibo, I will tweet it out. If not, then I'm sure the interesting information, if anyone's able to gather some, will be able to spread it to Reddit. So keep an eye on that over the next couple days.
Exactly. China Joy is going to be a very important tournament or exhibition for that case, so we get to see the Garrosh, the traitor, as I want to call him, live in action. We also get to see him on the PTR on the 31st of July, so only 6 days away from now, which is pretty insane.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the Nexus Comedy Hour that they did at BlizzCon last year?
Don't think
it's on
did.
YouTube.
I don't think I did.
They literally just got the voice actors from loads of Heroes of the Storm characters and just made them do improv. And it was spectacular. And they did a whole thing of like how Ragnaros joined the Nexus. And it was just Chromie and Tracer traveling through time looking for heroes. And they found Garrosh, and it's like, I am the greatest orc in all of history. I united my clans. Also, I then ate a god heart. And I killed everyone.
There we go.
Definitely worth a watch. Find it on YouTube, guys, if you haven't seen it after Kendrick's stream.
Pretty sure that Chromie and Tracer both, you know, politely refused the offer.
Yes, it was like, sorry, Mr. Hellscream. You're not exactly what we're looking for, right?
Okay, Ragnaros has found his way to this battle as well, and
I like it.
Yeah, I like it as well. It's in fact one of his stronger battlegrounds. Similar to Brax's holdout, his wave clearing capabilities are very much appreciated here. He can even use Molten Core to cover multiple lanes, especially if placed in the middle. Strong laning presence, good poke from afar as well with his meteor, so I like it.
As do I. So, we see Kerrigan and Li Ming. The Kerrigan returns! Wukong, they've got confidence in it.
Okay, so right now, Tetra, we've got 2 chances of actually ticking things off your list. The Lava Wave and the Ultralisk. So it's gonna happen, right?
We can dream. We can dream. We can hope. We will see. As we have the Rhaegar as the final pick. Support coming in for ESTAR. So, there are your compositions, ladies and gentlemen. Can Wukong make the Kerrigan strike twice? Can they get those cheeky kills? Rhaegar is vulnerable. Yeah. Not as vulnerable as someone like Malfurion, but Malfurion does get an Ice Block later on, so very much debatable of whether Rhaegar's correct here, but as long as it's in the backline, should be fine. We will see.
Yeah, we'll see for sure. And right now, judging from what I saw Wukong Gaming do with the Kerrigan, I think they basically found themselves in a comfortable position, right? They picked stuff they know how to execute. The Kerrigan, I was very skeptical of it yesterday. They proved me wrong super hard on stream, so I'm not gonna say the same thing again. In fact, I believe in Wukong Gaming's Kerrigan. This time they don't have the Genji though. That also played a huge role yesterday in their victory against RPG.
Very true, was banned out this time. Question is, are they going to be able to, once again, pick up those kills that they need? They have a lot of lockdown. Kerrigan, Uther, Arthas. They have plenty of options. Rhaegar will have cleanse, and Ragnaros can take his whole stun resistance talent a little bit later on that could severely help him.
They're all bumping their heads to a beat, it seems. Look very cool. Now, Tetra, if you... Never mind, we're gonna save that for later. We're gonna announce the teams once again, guys. ESTAR against Wukong Gaming. Give it up for game number 2 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And once again, these two teams are going to face each other on the battlefield. It is going to be ESTAR versus Wukong Gaming. With ESTAR in the blues, we have FZ on his Anubarak, China #1 on Rhaegar, Good on the Tychus, Kid on Falstead, and Ooze on the Melee Assassin on Ragnaros.
Whereas on the right-hand side, it is going to be Wukong Gaming, with Ailing on Greymane, Laohu on Kerrigan, Zero on Arthas, Moon on Li Ming, and Lang is playing the Uther.
Okay, did you know that Lang means long in German?
I did not.
There we go.
Fair enough, I've learned.
Can you imagine
the end of that conversation?
Can you imagine if RPG actually drafted Lang into their team, then they had the Chicken Wang Lang?
Yeah,
I Chicken Wang.
This one before, Lang Wang. I do like the idea.
Alright, let's focus on the game. Level 1 talents so far, nothing out of the ordinary. The Lightning Bond, greater wave clear for Rhaegar. The questing talent, the Seasoned Marksman for Falstead also is going to give him a lot of value here because rotations are key. Wave clear is key. So quest talents here on this battleground are normally rather easy to complete compared to other battlegrounds.
Very true. Potentially very easy. Let's see. Pieces out, burrows away to freedom. There is the Lightning Shield from Rhaegar, helping himself with the clear thanks to that Lightning Bond that he took at level 1.
Yeah, really solid. Now, both teams are probably going to be rotating as 4, it seems. Denying the turn location is something that has really become the main priority on this battleground. And if you've ever played a game on Tomb of the Spider Queen where the enemy team just wouldn't let you pay, you know exactly how frustrating that can feel and how detrimental it can be to the enemy team when they're trying to build momentum. Because the first wet Evo turn in Tetra, I think, is oftentimes the most impactful one.
Yes, I would agree. Very much so, due to the fact it grabs towers very quickly, usually. Which means you get a little bit of a boost in XP, which can allow you to snowball because you can get a talent lead, or just having that lead in XP and map control can give you exactly what you need to turn around control. As Laohu gets focused down, the damage coming in from Falstead thanks to that lightning rod, doing a lot. Laohu thinking about re-engaging, but everyone a little bit too far back, not worth the risk.
Yeah, and I think I actually observed something here. In the observer mode, sometimes the regeneration globes, I think, are not being shown properly because...
No, this has been around for a very long time.
Right, because I got triggered multiple times. Hold on a second. Li Ming gets taken out. Uther makes it out alive, though. But I was going to say, I got triggered multiple times by people apparently not picking up regen globes when, in fact, it was an observer bug.
Yes, it is definitely a thing. It is... I don't know if it's a bug or a feature, but it's been around for, like... 12 plus patches at this point.
There we go.
It's been in the game a long time.
Here we go. That sounded like Valera a little bit. Speaking of Valera, have we seen her in China?
Yes, very long time ago. Chicken played her a little bit. Not a huge amount of other people played her, but yeah,
I think I remember the game, yeah.
Yeah, Rag getting rooted, but speed boosting out. Getting that blast wave escape.
Oh, is he gonna fall for it though? Ooze carries 17 gems. He should not fall victim to a gank here, but I think his Fire Lord senses are tingling. He does not fall for it. He stays safe. Good getting stunned, but there's immediate protection coming in from FC in China #1. Well played.
Yeah, FC keeping everyone safe for the moment. Here's a new play. Not as bad as it used to be. He's definitely improved on the hero.
Oh, yeah.
So big congrats there. Nice to see.
Absolutely agree. Like, for the most part, FC was considered to be the weak link because he was relatively new to the team. He was their manager before. He played for KISS, which was kind of a bottom tier team, so I don't think there was a lot of experience and practice or valuable experience and practice he got there. So he really stepped up his own game in a remarkably short period of time.
Yes, he did, and both teams turn again, but it is going to be ESTAR getting the first set of web weavers. And Kerrigan not able to land her combo there onto Kid. As Kid pushing in, dropping a little bit of poke damage on the towers, but it looks like the focus is going to be on bot lane as they are attempting to play on game lane, but that wall being down, working in his...
Just imagine that wall still being there. I think Ailing would have not been able to make it out in time, so yeah. That was a really, really sweet. Like, normally, you'd always want to destroy those walls, but if ESTAR hadn't destroyed this particular one, they could have maybe gotten the kill and then snowball even more with one defender being dead for now. But even with Greymane being alive, they still get tons of value. The bottom lane has been crushed. Middle lane doesn't really look that good either. I think this might get really ugly for Wukong Gaming.
Yeah, Kerrigan lands her combo, but also lands face down on the floor because she is dead. As we do see ESTAR continuing to push in that bot lane, they will get that forward as Ooze soaking in the top lane, but still has to back out due to the rotation of Moon.
Yeah, and destroying forwards in this game for ESTAR becomes even more crucial and important because you have Ragnos in your team. And the Molten Core can give you so much additional pushing power. At the same time, it can also give you great disengage if the enemy team is on the driver's seat with the web weavers. But for now, ESTAR is just blowing Wukong Gaming off Tomb of the Sprite Queen right now. A rock solid 2-level lead. They're not letting go. They're taking an additional healing fountain. This is looking mighty rough. Level 10 is definitely going to be there much more quickly for ESTAR. And already they have 32 gems again.
Yeah, last time they ran this composition with the Kerrigan, they already had about 6 kills at this point. Yeah. Because Wukong were playing a lot more aggressively, but they've been unable to lock down and find any of those squishy targets that they would want to land the combos on. And instead, it's just been Kerrigan dropping a combo in the hope that someone's out of position, and that's basically it. Now attempting to get FZ there, lands the combo, but it's a Nubarak. He tunnels out and is able to survive, and now Lahu's actually in danger. Heal from Uther will keep him alive, though.
That's the thing about those hard-engaging Kerrigan combos. I mean, you can basically replace Kerrigan with Illidan, and the same truth becomes a reality. If you fall behind 1 or even 2 levels, it is going to be so hard for you to catch up because your comp is built on early snowballing, getting those ganks, getting the lockdowns, and dealing even more damage in the process with a level lead. But now Wukong Gaming is basically in the worst case scenario. Doesn't mean that they lost this game already. They're not really feeding either. They're stabilizing a little bit here. Top 4 still alive, middle 4 still alive. So they do have time, but it's getting less and less with each minute that passes.
Indeed. Then, like you said, they're not losing, they're not snowballing, it's just the game is slowly creeping away from them.
Exactly.
Level 10 from ESTAR.
They're bleeding out.
Bleeding out's a great way of putting it. As Wukong Gaming go for the Bruiser Camp, gonna be trying to take that, seeing as it's the only thing they could potentially safely take, especially with Moon scouting here. The Cocoon is down, Moon killing it out, trying to get Arthas out, but Icebound Fortitude may save him. Gust is used, not ideal here.
For smash!
Wrecked! Absolutely destroyed.
I think in those situations, I think in those situations, Arthas, who was in the cocoon, was like, "No, don't get me out! Leave me in the cocoon. I'm surrounded by enemies
here. It's warm and comfy, please." But no, he got this very nice soft Euro smash there, getting the snipe at the end. Arthas knew he wasn't going to get out. He got taken out as Ooze continues to put pressure onto the top lane and may die here, trying to juke with the speed boost. Nice.
Oh my goodness, Ooze! That was funky and fancy, but it was not enough, unfortunately. Is China number 1 getting it? Oh my god, he got him! Did he go for the Wolf Run? No, he did not. Lightning Bond, but...
Yeah, he got several. That's all good.
Yeah.
Nice burrow to avoid the root. Nicely done.
Yeah, ESTAR, after losing Ragnaros, now on the retreat. They don't want to get caught, and that probably results in Wukong Gaming getting their own turn in, which is really solid. That's exactly what they need. Level 10 is around the corner, so they don't have to worry about fighting uphill in that matter. They're going to get their own reinforcing abilities very, very shortly, and very impactful ones. Like Kerrigan plus Uther, they shine after level 10. The Maelstrom and of course the Divine Shield, so strong together. Yep, okay. For a moment I was worried about the Ultralisk here because Kerrigan hesitated for a moment.
Yeah, but no, we are unlucky. No Lava Wave as we saw, no Ultralisk. My list remains unchanged. As we see Wukong Gaming with their first set of web weavers, they're moving into position. They want to get some XP before level 13 is hit by ESTAR, which they have a lot of time for. Cursed Bullet, used quite early.
Quite early, but I mean, you can pop that every now and then. It goes on a 30-second cooldown, which is almost nothing, basically. So, in the meantime, they're trying to set up a siege here, but that Molten Core is gonna hit them hard.
Sulfurous Smash, though, does not land, but the rest of the damage also not getting hit by magic. Molten goes from behind. Molten Swing, trying to take out Lauhu, dropping low, trying to do it. Ooh, the healing saves Lauhu, and Wukong Gaming come out ahead with a kill.
That was a really solid gust in theory, like getting them closer to the Molten Core, but in the end, the damage wasn't really there. The lockdown wasn't there because Nubrek fell so quickly, and that is once again a little bit of an older weakness here for ESTAR. FZ does not look all too convincing on that Nubrek. Of course, we can't really talk smack about him just because of one death, but you may argue that this was the death that set it all apart, that made all the difference, because Wukong Gaming now have 53 gems already, but ESTAR only needs one more. Great interrupt.
Interrupt indeed. Turn-in has happened for ESTAR again, sneaking in the bot lane, I believe.
Yep, False coming in here as well. Really solid. The Gust is ready. Sulfurous Smash is going to be ready in 12 seconds. Now, what are they supposed to do? Of course, clear the top lane. It's the boss lane. You want to get rid of that fort so the boss for future attempts gets more value. Also, it's by far the easiest target to get. The most XP gained here as well. It gives yourself another Molten Core location, potentially. And now, I think I'm not agreeing with the fact that they're separating themselves. I think Ragnos should actually go with a team. They should utilize and capitalize on their talent advantage.
Well, they may do so in a bit. Rag has pushed up about as much as he can. He's given the Web Weaver no minions to deal with, so it can push all the way up to the towers. Now comes in to rejoin his team. That Odin sieging down with the Web Weaver, doing a huge amount of damage. Front wall shall fall here. What can they do to the keep?
Yeah, the wall has fallen and the keep is exposed. The Odin, great sieging range. Alongside the Web Weavers, they can definitely do a lot of damage here. Unfortunately, they don't have any reliable ranged poke, like the Flame Strikes from KT, the Gold Dance spells, or something like that. So they can't really force the issue with brute force. Instead, they're going to have to retreat for now, and they're going to have to try again later.
But that front lane, that middle lane, sorry, of the tier 2s is open.
Yep.
So they have that available for next time. Ooh, stun is landing.
Wins immediately.
Molten coring.
Oh, he's getting
it! The Ancestral landed to Molten Swing, and Lang shall fall along with Ready went down. Divine Shield will keep Li Ming alive, but this keep is likely going to fall. They don't have minions is the issue.
Yeah, unfortunately no minions to intercept the shots and get the aggro from the keep here, but I think they can do it. They take the mercenary camp. That's a smart call. Mercenary camp is going to be deployed in the middle as well. That's definitely going to be enough soaking power for them to force the keep. And did you see that beautiful cleanse? What, ESTAR, why do you retreat?
They have enough return, and I guess they're just doing that.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, that's 100% then. But did you see that beautiful cleanse by Rhaegar, by China #1?
Yes.
Allowing Ragnaros to actually go into Molten Core form without any interrupts being able to stop him? That was just a masterful execution.
Yeah, it was very nicely done. Good save by Rhaegar, even under Ancestral, so even when Rag popped out, he was at full health.
Yeah.
It was good support play by China #1.
Indeed, and now, of course, the middle lane is in grave danger. 16 around the corner, the Mercenary already soaking additional shots from the ammo, and of course, the Web Viewers are going to push really hard. And I think this middle keep is probably going to fall. Now, on the side of Wukong Gaming, you must not die defending. You need to stay alive at all costs, because if you die here, they might go for the core, going all in.
Through defending, let's get kills. They go right in here. Kerrigan moving in, lands a stun. Sulfurous Smash also hits Kerrigan though, and she gets killed off before Maelstrom even gets value. Zero focus down, he gets taken out too, with 2 members dead. The keep shall fall, and looks like we may see a core attempt coming in from ESTAR.
Okay, I don't think Wukong Gaming was in a position where they needed to go all in, right? True, they would have lost the keep, but they could have still defended the others in the process a little bit safer. I mean, it's at least they made the call, right? At least they showed decision, and they were decisive about it. But was it the right call? Hard to say. If it worked, it would have been great. They would have taken all the momentum away from ESTAR. But as it is, I think it's probably going to be GG in game #2 between ESTAR and Wukong Gaming. The big favorites take it without breaking too much of a sweat. Anubrek, FC's hammering on the core. The Wayfarer helping out as well. Wait, what? ESTAR, hit the core!
Rag has the Molten Core, that's easily enough.
Okay.
And Noob's on the core as well, that's GG. And ESTAR takes the series with a 2-0. 3 points go over to them.
3 points go over. It looked a little bit you know, I don't want to call it silly, but it looked a little bit uncoordinated, that last team fight that Wukong tried to force. I mean, sometimes you really need to force those issues, right? When you're guaranteed to lose the game with the next objectives, you need to fight and kill the enemy team outside of your base, otherwise you're going to lose 100%. Here, I think it was a little bit of an overreaction. What is your assessment on this? Am I totally off here?
No, I think you're right. They could have defended and just delayed and waited out, which they probably would have lost anyway, to be fair. But that was an unnecessarily risky move. I don't really understand why it was done.